Hi again. I think we're all kind of familiar with having to chase a ball of yarn around when we're doing our crochet project. It never seems to want to go in the way that we want it to go. It ends up on the floor, it ends up tangled up. So in this video, we're going to look at a couple of methods of solving that problem. The first method we're going to look at is using this machine. This is a yarn winder, and they're available on Amazon or eBay for around about £17 or £18. They simply clamp to the edge of a table, like that. You pull out the guide, you have to pull it out until it clips, and then you take your yarn and you thread it through the yarn guide and onto two slots in the centre of the spool. And it's simply a matter of winding the yarn. You still have the same problem of the ball of yarn wanting to move around, and you do have to keep quite a tight tension on it, otherwise the cake of yarn that you're making would be quite loose. Also, this spool will just about hold a 100 gram ball of DK yarn as long as you pull it quite tight, you keep quite a bit of tension on. As you can see, this is going to take quite some time, and by the time I've finished doing just one ball, my arm will ache from moulding the yarn. So we'll come back to it when I'm near the end. The spool's getting quite full now, and I still have got quite a bit of yarn left. There has been one or two snags. If, for some reason, it jumps a cog, it will start to wrap the yarn around the bottom of the spool, which means that when you come to use the cake you'll end up with tangles. So there's a bit of trial and error in stopping that from happening. I have held this quite tightly, so it should be a tightly wound spool. There is a little bit of a technique to it, so be prepared to invest some time into getting this right. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to end up with tangles at the end of the ball like that you've got to try and untangle to enable you to finish the cake. So there we have our cake of yarn complete. It's just a matter of carefully lifting it off through the centre. Now you should be able to just pull the initial yarn up from the centre and work with that. So we've got the end there, and as we're working along, the wool comes out from the centre of the cake, and the cake doesn't roll about the table or wherever you're working from. So the advantage of this is, quite simply, it makes a neat yarn cake that you can work from the centre of without the ball rolling around everywhere. Also, if storage is an issue, it takes up quite a bit less space than a ball of yarn and is easier to store. The only problem with that is you will have to remember to store the label with it, or else you won't know in a couple of weeks' time what yarn is what. This is a Wool Jeanie, and this retails for around about £13, and they're available on Amazon and on eBay. And the idea of this is quite simple. You take your ball of yarn and you slide it onto the spindle, sit it on the Wool Jeanie, and you carefully lift it up, and there's a magnet in the top that automatically holds it on, and you take your yarn and you crochet or knit with it. It only spins, it seems, as much as you need it to, and it uses the friction from the yarn itself against the ball to stop it from spinning continuously. There's obvious advantage to this in that you're not having to rewind a ball of yarn every time you want to use it. It's very quick and easy to change between balls of yarn, and when you're finished you just pop it off the magnet and it will sit on the base. I hope you found these product reviews interesting. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos about crocheting, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.